All right, I'm back. So, on the last vlogging test that I did with the X-M5 and the Sigma 10 to 18, I was in open gate and I assumed that I turned on the digital stabilization, but it makes sense. If you're shooting open gate, which means you're using the entire sensor, obviously you can't have digital stabilization because it crops in. And the whole idea of open gate is that you're not cropping the sensor in any possible way. And so now I'm shooting in 4K, 24 frames per second, and now this is what digital stab looks like. So I'm walking, I'm not trying to be overly careful of how I'm walking. I'm just walking like normal. And so we'll see how this looks like now. And also when you are in digital stabilization, it does punch in quite a bit. The way I looked at it, it looked like at 10 millimeter wide, when it did digital stab, it looks like it punched into almost 14 millimeters. And so the kit lens, the 15 to whatever it is, 15 to 45 zoom lens, that ends up becoming more like an 18 or 19 mil, which unless you have huge long arms, I don't see it being practical. So for me, I'm at 10 millimeter, but it's quite a bit punched in now. So this is what digital image stabilization looks like. What do you guys think? I think it's a pretty good compromise, but you need an ultra wide lens like this. And also you're getting a good chance to hear what the built-in audio sounds like with construction noise around me right now. All right, so this is test number one. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a random blog here in North Burnaby. I thought I would do another vlogging test using the X-M5. I didn't realize, but I should have thought about it. When you shoot in open gate, it means you're using the entire sensor. But the whole idea of digital image stabilization is that you are cropping in to stabilize in post. Now you could do that either in camera or you could do in post. There are specific apps used to help stabilize an image after you've already shot it, but you lose parts of the image, right? It crops in, and so I should have thought about it when you do digital stabilization, but then you are in open gate mode, then obviously you can't do both. And Fujifilm wisely does not allow you to do image stabilization if you are in open gate. And so that video that I shot, when I was looking at it, it looked stabilized, but of course I'm also moving, so I didn't realize if it was stabilized or not, because when you use an ultra wide lens, it is kind of hard to tell on a little screen like this. And so this is now the full test. It's on digital image stabilization boost mode. This lens here, again, it's the same lens. It's the Sigma 10 to 18, and I'm at 10 because I'm assuming it's so cropped in that I'm gonna have to, like, here, let's go. This is 14 millimeter, and I think the last time I showed 14, it didn't look this close. So I have to go all the way out to 10, which when I looked, it's about 14. Should be about, in fact, let's just do it now. I'm gonna turn off image stabilization or digital stabilization. We'll see what 10 looks like, right? So just 1 second. All right, so here is the digital stabilization off. You could definitely tell it's a lot wider, right? And here's 14. This is about where it looked like when it was stabilized. And then here is 10. And then I'll go back to stabilization again. So again, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So again, you could see that crop. It feels like about a 14 millimeters. So you lose like from 10 to 14. So that's a decent crop, but that's what's needed to stabilize something like this. And I'm also using the internal microphones. This side street actually is a bike route, so there are a lot of cars and people and crows around here. And so this will give you a good idea of how good these microphones are. I know you can isolate. There's 3 microphones on the top. You can isolate if it's coming just forward, just backwards, or all 3. And so I have it set for, I think, all 3, or like auto. This is on auto white balance. It is on auto ISO. Everything is auto. And so this is basically, if you are new to vlogging, you don't use variable ND filters, you're not setting your, this is 24 frames, 4K LP mode, but besides that, I have left it as is. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a shotgun microphone. I'm gonna put the Rode Video Micro on top and see how much that changes the audio. So again, I'll be right back. All right, I put the Fuzzy Wuzzy, the Rode Video Micro on top, so the audio should be more directional, it should be better. And so this still is, it's not overly large, it's still reasonably compact. And again, as I'm walking normally, we'll see how well this digital image stab is doing. On screen, it looks fine, but we'll see later on when I actually take a look at this on my laptop to see how stabilized this is. So this is probably how, if you are going to be like a serious vlogger, you're going to have some kind of a shotgun microphone on top, and you're going to have some kind of or some kind of a wireless system so that you can improve. Look at the sun is right in my way here. You're gonna have some kind of a audio workflow to make sure that you're getting better audio. So another thing I'm gonna do here, let me just back up here. There we go, better light. I'm gonna now switch over to my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. We're just gonna compare the difference between these two types of vlogging tools. All right, I feel like Casey right now. I have both the DJI Pocket Osmo and the X-M5 next to each other, and it is very sunny, and so the shadows will be kind of on and off. And so what do you guys think? This is the, on the left here is the X-M5 with the Sigma 10 to 18 digital image stab. On my right here is the DJI Osmo Pocket, but it has a built-in like a physical gimbal. We have a APS-C sensor on the Fujifilm, and we have a 1-inch sensor on the DJI. But outdoors in the sun like this, the real advantage of a larger sensor is a greater, like better shallow depth of field, but some people might not want that. And maybe what I'll do is I will maybe start walking a bit more like aggressively. How about that? I will just like maybe start running. How about that? What does the running look like? I'm sure the DJI will look better if I start running. Maybe start running. How about that? What does the running look like? I'm sure the DJI will look better if I start running. All right, and then also audio. I have the wireless microphone on my lapel, my jacket here, if you can see that, with the DJI, and then I have the shotgun microphone on top of the Fujifilm. And so you're seeing in real time between these two here, which will be better for this kind of vlogging. I still think that the Osmo is going to be better for just straight up vlogging. You're seeing in real time between these two here, which will be better for this kind of vlogging. I still think that the Osmo is going to be better for just straight up vlogging, but for overall image quality, video quality, and you can do 6.2K open gate on the Fujifilm and tons of different video modes, I still think the X-M5 is the better camera. But if all you need is just vlogging, I think the DJI Pocket Osmo is hard to beat. But if you want to do vlogging, video, stills, you want to do everything, I think the way to go is the X-M5. Actually, before I end here, I just wanted to show you, this is the setup here with the X-M5 and the shotgun microphone from Rode. So it's not huge, but compared to the DJI, obviously this is much bigger, but for a proper interchangeable lens camera, APS-C camera that has 6.2K open gate video, as well as all the other 4K video features, no stabilization, but you can do digital image stabilization. I think it's still a pretty decent size. But again, like I said, if you're doing basically just vlogging, I think it's hard to beat the Pocket Osmo here. All right, that's it. I'm done. Dishes are done. So that's it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. More content, let me know what you want to see down below. We'll talk to you soon, and happy shooting.